Hello there. Welcome to Architecturally Speaking. My name is Abhik Sarkar, and thanks for joining for today's episode. Um, this is a show where we talk to architectural guests every week, and we learn so many new things. But before we move on and talk to our new guest for today's episode, I'd like to address something about the previous one. Apparently, the last 15 minutes of that episode, we were not able to stream that, nor were we able to record it. Now it is an extreme displeasure to say that, but it was really fun, and those last 15 minutes we had some really great answers from our guest architect Himmat Bhatia sir, and it is just very disappointing that we were not able to present that to you. But don't worry, I promise you that that same problem won't happen again tonight. Now, let me introduce our guest for today's episode. He is one of the most well regarded persons in his field. He is not just an architect, he is a social worker, he is a motivational speaker, an academician, a poet, and so many other things. His credentials have no limits, and he continues to be an inspiration for his students at LSAD LPU and all over India. It gives me great honor to welcome our beloved HOD at LSAD LPU, Professor Architect Nagendra Narayan sir. Good evening, sir. Good
Thank you.
evening so much, sir. It is an honor to
Very
have
good
you here.
evening. Very good evening, Abhik. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So it is so great to finally talk to you outside of class because we've always been interactive, and it is finally great to see you here. So my first question would be, sir, it is a very simple one. I asked that to each and every guest of mine. How, when, and why did you start and did you want to become an architect? Because it is a really important question in everyone's life. How did they start? So I'd like to ask you the same as well.
Yeah. First of all, thank you very much to you and your team, Saurabh Shah, for
Yes, sir.
organizing such a wonderful session exclusively for the betterment of architecture education and profession, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
you all budding architects aware about that. 21st century is the basically the knowledge based age in which architecture education and society are connected in very proper manner, right? So you have asked me the question, architecture. Basically, from childhood, I was much more aware about the roti, kapra, and makan, right? And
Yes, sir.
leadership quality also, that is the essential requirement for any type of development. And architect also required that type of things, right? So
Obviously.
when I was in 10 plus 2, in that time, the name have Bihar College of Engineering, and architecture is also in the same campus, right? In Asia continent, that is the first BC institution that having the 10 plus 2 education, right? And I was luckily
Wow.
a student of that BC. And after 10 plus 2, joined also for the architecture course in BC, but after before completion of the course, that institution directly be converted into, without REC, directly be converted into NIT Patna, National Institute of Technology Patna. So this is my passion from the childhood to do something for the society, and to be an architect and to be architect academician. We will try to serve from the last 1.5 decades to the society, and due to my passion and due to my thinking related with the roti, kapra, and makan, we have joined the architecture. Makan is that is associated with the architecture. I want to share
Yes.
one thing more, Abhik.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure.
Roti, kapra, and makan, right? So
Yes.
during my architecture education, each and everything is associated.
Wow.
I
How is
was,
that?
yeah, I was a student of architecture that time. Presently, I am also a student, right? I was a
Yes.
student that time, so that is associated with the Makan. My thesis was related with the, agriculture institute. That is
Wow.
related with,
Roti.
roti,
Yes.
and that is agriculture. That also include the kapra, right? So now my thinking has been a little bit changed to convert 3 points, roti, kapra, makan, into add on two more, education and work. So
Yes.
now I am adopting the philosophy to give the societal benefit to our brother and sister of our nation, exclusively for the rural people, right? Through different type of activity.
Yes.
RKM EW, Roti Kapra Makan, Education and Work.
Wow. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Ji.
Yes, sir. It is so great to hear, sir. So, now, sir, as an academician, you have a very important role in our society. So, in the last episode, I asked our guests that as a teacher online, what steps they had to do to make sure that the students didn't feel out of place in online classes. And to you, I'll ask the question, but from a different perspective. That
Right.
what do you think that the students should the measures that the students should take up while attending classes online or in the hybrid mode, because they are not aware of how the things go when the things are inside the campus or in the college, how the classes go. So as an academician, what would you suggest that the students should learn, how they should learn actually?
Basically, I want to share the whatever the truly we are facing. Basically, see, exclusively for the practical year. So you have practical courses like ARC 210, right?
Yes, sir.
Design,
Yes, yes.
architectural design courses, building construction courses, graphics courses. So
Yes.
according to my opinion, and whatever the problem, and after discussion or interaction with the different stakeholders like a student and faculty, right? My observation is that online classes, exclusively a student and faculty facing challenges to deliver exactly what should be the proper input for the student, for the betterment of the students, we people are facing in online mode, I think, exclusively for the practical courses. Okay.
Yes, sir. Little bit.
But as far as the theory courses, that is okay. I am also teaching the theory course, so there should be no any
Yes.
problem whatever
Yes.
we are facing. Another important point is that depend also upon the what are the practical pedagogical adoption by the faculty also, right?
Yeah.
For example, I want to share the side effect of the online courses, right?
Yes, sir.
Generally, what happen uh, when we will participate in something like webinar or seminar and something other type of thing, people participants joined and mute, already muted, switch off the video, muted. There is no any response. So what indicates that basically? When we talk about the practicality, maybe a student also do like this. Generally in the classes, we faculty is calling again and again, right? But there is no response. So this is the I think drawbacks of the online courses. But as far as our university is concerned, our university have excellent platform, my class, right? So our university, our faculty was trained in such a manner that we try to minimize the difficulty. Even if in practical courses we are also exploring more, like the a studio, but online education exclusively for the, I am stressing, I am saying again and again, right?
Yes.
Exclusively for the practical courses, we will not be as far as the studio courses that we are generally adopting in our studio, like architectural design, building construction, even if some other practical courses also. But there is no any problem in the theory courses, right?
Yes, absolutely, I agree, sir. So, as you mentioned, the theory courses, we've been learning about the architecture of the history of architecture, right?
Right,
So, and India, I mean, we are exclusively also learning about India. So, my thing is that the Indian architecture, it has evolved from the last 2,000 years, from the Gupta age to the Mughals to the British, and now to the post
right.
independence. So, which era do you think has played the most important role among all the others in the Indian society as of now? Which one do you think has the most cultural impact?
See, as far as the development, any type of development like art, architecture, culture, right? See,
Yeah.
there are exclusively five pillars for the societal development of any type of society, right? That include the art, right? Architecture,
Yes.
culture, literature, and languages, right? So,
Yes,
as
sir.
far architecture is concerned, that is related with the mostly three things: art, architecture, and culture, right? So,
Yes.
according to me, the contribution of whatever the dynasty and whatever the empire, whatever the development contribution by that particular dynasty, then according to the capacity and according to the time, everyone have done lot, right? And the
Yeah.
development, but uh, obviously Gupta dynasty age era timeline is known as the golden age for the temple development and other type of development like Mughal architecture, right? So we can
Yes.
say that Indo-Islamic architecture and exclusively for the Gupta dynasty timeline, exclusively for art and architecture, culture development, that influence much more, right? But
Yes.
contribution of each and everything is, I think, as per the capacity and as per the timeline and as per the, the knowledge from that time, right?
Yes,
For
sir.
example,
Absolutely.
for example, before 2 years, we people are not much more aware about the. This is the practical. We people are not much more aware about what regarding the online education. I am sharing one thing. Present
Yes.
student, I think that a student is in fourth year or fifth year, right? And we are in discussion with the establishment of the ISRE student chapter, right? Okay, and there is some expert lecture uh, through Zoom, right? And the expert lecture, a speaker is from America, right?
Okay.
So we people
Yeah.
astonished how it is possible through the Zoom. A speaker is in America and our student is watching through this. So that is really challenges thing. But nowadays that is so
Yes.
easy. So I always share one thing that is my personal quote when I was a student. Nothing is hard. Nothing is hard. Nothing is easy. You feels easy when you busy. You feels easy when you busy. Right? So
Wow.
this is the thing that we need. If we engage in something, then that will be easy for
Yes, sir.
everyone. So this is the thing.
Ex-
Thank you.
Exactly, exactly, sir. Very well said, sir. Very well said. And sir, the thing that you mentioned about architecture being art, culture, and architecture, it's a mixture kind of thing. Another important thing that you have said yourself in the class is that architecture is a blend of art as well as science, right?
Right.
So, sir, my question is that of the two things, do you think that one of those things has a major part I mean compared to the other? I mean,
Right.
how does it balance between art and science? Which one has the more important part in that?
I think both play important role.
Yes, sir.
Basically, architecture is what? Architecture is the mirror of the civilization, mirror of the society, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
uh, science and technology, science, art, technology. These are the complete art importance and science importance. Both play very instrumental role. That's why it is always said that architecture is art also, architecture is science also. So this is the combination of both. According to me, we can say that this architecture is the blending of science and art, and both play very instrumental role as per the particular things. For example, see, you people generally feel boring during the study of the history of architecture, right? Generally,
I mean, not.
students generally people say, this is generally very famous quote, history about the history and about the chemistry, right? And that way,
Yes,
that
sir.
what is that quote? History. Can I talk in Hindi?
Yes, sir. Surely, sir. Any language.
हिस्ट्री एंड केमिस्ट्री बड़ी ही बेवफा, हिस्ट्री एंड केमिस्ट्री बड़ी ही बेवफा, रात में याद करो दिन में सफा. मीन्स the means history and chemistry, about the history and chemistry, this is the mystery that generally we memorize and cram the important facts related with the history and chemistry in night but forget in the daytime. So people feel bored. But what about the art? What about the style? When we talk about the different style, right?
Yes, sir.
What are the salient features of that art, and what about the influence, what about the developmental impact of that art and science means that provide the technology in upcoming time and in ongoing time also. So the impact of development of the architectural styles, architectural design, architectural concepts, that also having the interrelated with development of art and development of science for holistic development and for the proper development. This is my personal belief.
Wow, sir. So my next question, so it is away from architecture. The thing is that in our field, we have to be very excellent speakers. We have to, articulate very well in front of the clients or the jury. So, sir,
Hmm.
and you are a very natural motivational speaker, as I've seen you talk so many times. Brilliantly you put things together. So, is it
Yeah.
something that comes naturally to you, or is it the years of experience that has got the best out of you?
Basically, this is the matter of leadership, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Leadership qualities can be developed. This is not by but basically, uh, maybe some the quality that is associated with the forefathers and the salient features of the particular thing. But my principle is that I'll always try to connect with the people, right? So we have taken the
Yes, sir.
different type of initiative, like a student connect initiative, people connect initiative, right? Faculty connect initiative. But generally, people who be like a position of the leadership, like head of the HOD or dean and some other type of post. So there is a quality of managerial skill. You understand? I think so. So
Yes, sir.
there is a great difference between the manager and the leader. Getting my point?
Yes,
So
sir.
nowadays in our society, my this is my personal observation. Personal observation is that people having the managerial capacity, 90% people have the managerial capacity. 10% have the leadership quality, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Getting my point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Live example is when we talk about the a master architect Raj Reval, master architect Indian architect Raj Reval, right? Architect
Yes, sir.
D.V. Doshi, architect Charanjit Singh Shah. architect Sangeet Sharma, architect, SD Sharma, his father, right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So we have about more than 1.2, 1.25 lakhs architect, Indian architect, right, ji?
Yes, sir.
Presently qualified architect
Yes.
in India. And you people are aware about that? Only one, only one architect, master architect, renowned architect, a stalwart of the architecture profession, BV Deshi, have got the particular Pritzker Prize. Why? In 2018, only one
Yes, sir.
Indian architect, BV Doshi, received Pritzker Prize. Why? Right?
I mean,
So
I don't. Yes,
the,
sir. I mean,
this
out of
is
so many people. Yeah.
yeah, this is the quality. Another point I want to share. One important thing is that, so some quality, some, some having different type of features in comparison to the other architect. That's why master architect received the particular Pritzker Prize. Okay, so as far as my is concerned, this is the developed thing, and I belong to Patna, and Patna Magad. I belong to Magad, Patna, and Magad. You people must be aware about that. Up to the 8th century, whole India managed by from the Patliputra, Patna. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so yeah, that is the qualities of the particular soil, qualities of the people. So we can say that leadership not be anyone having by birth, that can be developed through the
Yes, sir.
experience, through the interaction, and through the work, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. So,
So there is one thing that is very important basically in Niti Saloka. Sanskrit, that is Niti Saloka basically. Abhivadana silasya nityam vrdhopasevinah chatvari tasvardhante ayurvidya yashobalam. So this quote is very important thing, right? And similar type of thing that having said by the Niti Sloka people like you people must be aware about that quote. Udhamena hi siddhyanti karyani namanोरथे na hi suptasya sihasya pravishanti mukhe mirga. And some other philosophers have said same statement. Sitting still and wishing makes no person great. The good God sent the fishing, but you must dig the bait. Getting my point?
yes.
So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
this is the way that we have developed, connect to the people, connect to every people.
Yes, sir.
So this is the way of my networking, right? Thank you, Ji.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I mean, I personally get really nervous while speaking. So hearing that from you, that how you have, developed yourself with these skills, it is very inspiring, sir. So many works around, around the campuses in India. You have been to so many other talks and everything. So among all those works that you have done, is there any particular one that you're the most proud of?
Yeah, uh, to become an architect, my my always concern is that first of all we become a good human,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
uh, we have started already one very important thing that is generally avoided by the people from the native Magad Kshetra. We have taken the initiative. We have a lot of initiative basically. Very initiative that is close to my heart is uh, Chale Gaon Ki Or.
Yes.
Chale Gaon Ki Or movement. Basically, I was also when enrolled for the particular research project, right, in 2018. And my mentor guide discussed number of things. You can do like this, we can do like this. But I decided, why not we do such a project, right? That can be benefit to my brother and sister at a large scale, right?
Wow.
So, my dear Abhik, we have taken the
Yes.
topic absolutely that is related with the village. Role of village leadership in village development and architecture enhancement in India, right? Getting my point?
Wow.
Role of village leadership
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
in village development and architecture enhancement in India. Architects to develop the skill, to develop the writing skill. How our budding architects be
Yes.
a great writer, great researchers in upcoming time. So that is the essential needs. And this is the essential needs of the 21st century. Yes, Abhik.
Wow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. Wonderful, sir. I mean, it was a completely great answer, sir. Would like to, sir. Do you have time? Then I can ask the audience question. Um,
Yes, please.
so now some. This is from Ashutosh. He's asking that, sir. Now somehow people forget that old architectural style, and they are proceeding to modern architecture. So, what do you think? Can we use it? How do you think can we use it to the fullest? He's asking.
See, see, to design something and to utilize something that totally depend upon the particular, individual architect. Okay, like someone like different type of foods, someone like different type of foods, like, okay, but same thing in architecture. That is totally depend upon the Ashutosh. That is totally depend upon the taste of the architect, taste of the particular style, need of the particular architect requirement.
Yes.
But I am always adaptive to whatever the old style. During the lecture, I have number of times share with my budding architects that, see, whatever the styles, whatever the styles of the particular orders, now we are utilizing in our style. Okay, so that depend upon the individual architect, individual designer, individual creator. If you are using modern style, that is also not bad. If it's blending style, that is also not good or bad. That is totally depend upon the individual and the requirement of the particular things. Okay, I generally believe that generally people say old and new. Old is gold, but new is diamond. Always try to follow this. Hello, Avik. Okay, so I think there is technical issue from Avik side. Hello, Avik. So I want to give something, the some success mantras for my budding architect. Avik, you are here. Uh, I want to give. Yeah, I want to share some mantras to all my budding architects. If there is any question, you can ask. Otherwise, I'll share. Okay, thank you. So I want to say to all my budding architects who is pursuing the particular architecture education in India, either in my college and in some other institutes, architecture is a noble profession, right? And which can give a sense of satisfaction when you are designing something and when you are doing something that gives some satisfaction of satisfaction of contributing to build the particular sustainable environment, and the such an environment that can be inclusive for the society, right? So I want to give some you people so how you people can, after completion of your bachelor of architecture course, how you people will be responsible for the inclusive design or universal design, that is very important. So I am giving some the five traits of success, what we believe in our profession. I believe that a student, means budding architect, must have five traits to make a successful architect in future, right? He must have a sense of pride. He must have a sense of pride on who he is, a sense of purpose. Pride, purpose, right? Who he wishes to take himself, fueled with a passion. So you people can note this thing: passion, which consumes himself a perseverance to make it through long and you know uh, dependent odd ones, and a belief that his performance will tangibly reflect his traits, which make up his DNA. So, my dear students, through this particular mantras, I want to, five P's. That is the five mantras, means five P's. That is the pride, pride for the profession, passion, that must be, perseverance, and performance. If we can adopt these five P, then there is no far way that all our budding architects become, great architect in upcoming time, master architect in upcoming time, and presently whatever the nation is, that is blank, like only one architect that have received Indian, only one Indian architect have received the Pritzker Prize. Our number of budding architects become the rising architect and a star architect, and received number of award in different field of the architecture education.